So, my father once jokingly or lovingly called me a philosopher. So, today I thought I'd give it a try. Do not confuse motion and progress. A rocking horse keeps moving, but does not make progress. This is the Formless podcast, episode 106. With me, Dustin. Tyler is out this week. He's drilling with the National Guard, and every couple of weeks he's going to be gone, every 3 weeks or so. So we're going to do things a little off kilter, about every 4-5 episodes, somewhere in there. So today it's just you and me. No guests, no filters. This is warts and all. Here we go. Have you ever felt stuck in the mud? Spinning your wheels? Pushing hard? Grinding? Frustrated? Angry? Tired of the noise? I've been there. More than I care to admit. So I started thinking about some things that I've learned, lessons I've learned over time. One particular thing that I've remembered, flashback on, whatever you want to call it, was when I was competitive pistol shooting, which a lot of fun. And those of you that don't know what that is, it's a timed course. You're racing the clock. You have multiple targets. Some you have to shoot twice, some you shoot 3 times, some you shoot once, and you might do it from a sitting position or prone or standing. You shoot through doorways and windows, over obstacles, underneath obstacles, around obstacles. It's a lot of fun, high adrenaline, very fast-paced, very go. I sucked, to say the least. Starting out, I was dead last, just about every single time. I was fast. I could run from target to target. Not the fastest, but definitely in the faster end of things as far as like the group was concerned. But I didn't score very well. To score well, you have to hit the right targets with the right amount of shots, also quickly. I was quick moving from target to target, but everything else was sloppy, not always hitting the target, not always going where I needed to be. Frustrated, I started watching what others were doing, and I noticed before the event, usually you shoot, at one of these events, we would shoot 3 to 4 stages, different areas of the shooting range, and the other guys would walk the course first and kind of map out where they were going to go, so far as even to mime where they were going to point their pistol first, what target they were going to hit, kind of going through those motions, but also planning out what was going to happen, rehearsing, for lack of a better term. So I started watching that and kind of following their footsteps, doing a little bit of it at first. And then gradually, as I got more and more comfortable, I would do more. I improved a little bit, not as much as I wanted, still near the bottom of the pack. And so I started asking around, started talking to people. I was one of the younger guys. There was quite a few older guys that did this. And one of the old guys pulled me aside and was like, listen, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. You're sloppy, you're fast, but you're not accurate. And everything matters when you're racing the clock. When the time is going, every misstep, everything that you do counts against you. So you have to be deliberate with your actions. everything you have to do, or everything you do, has to be planned out. And you have to actively think about what it is that you're doing, not just spazz. Yeah, don't just sprint to the target. Plan where you're going to be before you get there. Look ahead. When you get there, plant your feet where you need them to be. Grab your pistol, consciously think about unholstering your pistol, loading it, putting your hands together, pointing, downrange. All of these things add up. And so he gave me a couple of things to practice at home, and I started practicing, and slowly but surely I got a little bit better. I wasn't near the top, but I definitely was a contender, and I was definitely eventually, gradually getting back up there and not at the bottom every time. So essentially stopping chasing speed and more focusing on being deliberate with my actions and focusing on the small details, those basic little things that we don't think about, made me quicker, made me better. Mastery, being good at something, I don't believe you can rush it. I don't believe you can force being good at something, being an expert, being a master at something. I think it takes deliberate, focused concentration and work. All of that boring stuff that you have to do. I heard a story about a guy just recently, actually. It was on another podcast. He got into jumping horses over barriers. Like, it's a whole thing, I guess, with rich guys. He got better. He was pretty good at it. He liked it. And of course, it was something that his wife was, at the time, was very passionate about. And he begrudgingly started it, but ended up kind of liking it and was doing it and fairly good. And one day his coach comes to him and says, "Hey, I see that you're getting better and you're liking this, but I'm going to ask you a question. And depending on what you say, I want you to either quit today or continue." And he was kind of puzzled by that. How is that a money-making venture for you if you're encouraging your students to quit? And he basically said, "Look, what you're doing is dangerous. This horse weighs probably 1,000 pounds, 1,200 pounds, and you're jumping it over a fence. And you're not willing to practice the fundamentals, the basic stuff that you should be practicing every day, 20 to 30 minutes at least a day. And if you don't do that, if you're not willing to put in that work, basically become a safer, better horse rider, I don't want you doing this anymore, because you're eventually going to screw up and get hurt or hurt the horse or die." And he went home and he quit because he really liked riding the horse. He really liked jumping the fence and whatnot, but he wasn't willing to put in the time to do other stuff, the boring, so-called boring stuff. I found that really interesting. So many of us want to be good at something or better at something. But how often are we willing to put in the work and do those fundamentals and do those boring drills over and over and over again? And when we practice and train martial arts, so many times we work fundamentals. Even in like so-called expert class or the advanced classes, we spend a good deal of time working, at least at our school, we spend a good deal of time working those fundamentals over and over again. And when I teach kids, sometimes they groan and, "Oh, we did this last week." Well, yeah, we're going to do it again next week. I've been teaching 4 or 5 years at least. And I tell them, I did this when I was in your rank. I did it after. I'm still doing it, and now I'm teaching you how to do it. So I'm throwing 10 times as many of these basic techniques that you do, and I still like it. And I don't know that I need to like it to do it, but I think it helps. I'm willing to put in that work to get better. What's the saying? Rome wasn't built in a day. It's very much true. Motion isn't mastery. Mastery is intentional. Mastery is earned. It's not about rushing. It's not about looking busy. It's slow, methodical practice. Anyway, that's all I got for tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. If something if something I said to you, I'm reading a card here. I wrote myself a little note. If something I said struck a chord with you, send me a DM on Instagram at the Formless Pod, and let me know where you've been stuck, or where you've gotten stuck, or unstuck, how you did it, and I'll go through those and maybe read a couple on the next episode. Also, check out our website, theformlesspod.com, and you can check us out on the Facebook group, The Formless Pod. If you have any questions there, feel free to throw them out, and we'll talk to you there. Hope you're enjoying it, and have a good evening. Dude, it's hot.